Hey guys, how are you doing? It's good to see you
Hi.
guys
All the text
again.
messages. We're
Great.
live. We're live.
Oh, so I got it pretty much perfect, right on the nose, on the nose, not on the
On the
door.
dote.
I don't know what I'm
Just
talking
got
about.
the notification.
There you go. Yeah. So if you guys don't know what these notifications are about, basically what's happening is Dan and I live stream every Tuesday night right here at Schmovies with other awesome family YouTube people. And if you would like to get notifications of that, you can see it right on your screen here. Text Schmovies to 43506 and we'll send you that text message notification. Did I get it too?
You did. We both
So all of our phones went off all at once. Here, you want to see what it looks like?
Everyone's buzzing.
Here. This is the text
Mine has a
message.
picture of you on
So
it.
comment in the chat if you just got that text message right there. And you're like, yes, that's why I'm here. I got it. So also, for those of you who don't want to use text messaging, there's a link in the description below. Click on live updates.schmovies.tv and you can sign up your email address and we will send you an email sometime on Tuesday afternoon telling you what's going on that evening here on the channel too. So tonight, though, oh, cool. Matt Edwards, you guys popping up in chat. Matt,
First
time watching. Seeking Finding Heart. Hi, Schmoyer fam. Ashleah, how do you say that? Alicia. Sorry, Alicia Brown. Hi, guys. Amy, Holly, Vicky, Kayleen, DJ, Pink, Vicky, Amy. Good to see you guys here. YouTube notification. That works too, Amy. So we want to introduce you guys to our friends while they were napping. This is Jon and Heidi. Everybody in the chat, say hi to them. And Heidi,
Hi, guys.
Jon, you guys can say back. Say hi back. It's just polite.
Hi, everybody.
It would be rude not to. So, so tell us a little about your channel and what you guys do. And you guys can find a link to it in the description below here. But tell us what we could expect over there. What do you guys do while they're napping, I guess?
Go for it. Well, I started the channel in 2013 while my kids were napping to have a creative outlet. So that's the name. And we do still have one napper who's almost 2 years old, Quinn. And then I have one in the oven that's due in 3 weeks.
I was talking with Dan about that today. He's like, is she due like any day now? Like it's not gonna be a live birth, right?
Were you early with any of your other kids?
What was that?
Were you early with any of your other kids?
I have always been late. Aiden was 5 days late.
Okay.
Declan was 3. Quinn 9 days late induced.
Wow.
So we
Oh my
might get a
goodness.
December baby.
Wow.
Wow.
So
We're not in
or
any
you-
worry of you going into labor right now.
Just those preterm contractions a few weeks ago kind of freaked me out, but I think we're good now.
Yeah, maybe she will be early.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I
So,
don't know.
so if you guys who are watching want to see a new birth vlog coming up pretty soon, I would
Go
assume
subscribe.
you should go subscribe to While They Were Napping and then check them out.
And they've got 3 cute kids anyways already. So.
Yeah, what are your kids' names? Introduce them.
Oh, Aiden, Declan, and Quinn. And we're still undecided on number 4.
I was gonna say we haven't even done a name reveal yet.
Yeah.
Didn't it
that's
take a
typical
little
for
bit
us.
for Quinn's name too, though?
It was 5 days late, or 5 days before her due date. Like
Okay.
finally. So
Yeah. You got some time.
this is normal. Yeah.
You were pregnant with Quinn when we
We're pregnant with Toby.
well yeah, but at VidCon, right?
Yeah.
When
We got to walk around. We got to waddle around together.
Yeah.
That's right. We have lots of pictures together. VidCon sign in the background. Mr.
Yes.
Guitar Man holding our bellies.
That was probably my favorite one.
Yeah.
That was cute.
So for those of you guys who don't know, at VidCon a few years ago, we split a hotel room with Jon and Heidi. So
Never met them before.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
That was like our
kinda-
first time to get to know them.
Yeah, like
And we're roommates.
I forgot
know.
about that part.
The YouTube world, but
Yeah. So you guys who are
It was
watching
good.
in
It was
chat,
fun.
ask your questions that you have. I thought today we would, mostly the ladies, I guess us men can too, swap pregnancy stories, mostly stories about us supporting our wives, right? Right. And
I want to hear those stories.
yeah, those are fun stories. So if you guys have like stories, because Dana's been pregnant a few times.
Just a few.
And Heidi is currently pregnant, almost ready
She's been
to
pregnant
have.
a few times.
Yeah, with number 4 coming in the next couple of weeks, so you can subscribe to their channel and check that out. But yeah, so if you have questions you'd like us to hit up, feel free to pop those in the chat. We're all 4 of us are watching it, so we'll try to grab those. I thought we'd start off though. First of all, ladies, your favorite pregnancy story. Any pregnancy, it doesn't matter which kid.
Favorite? What do you
like
mean?
A memory of like, I know it's hard, right? But there are some things. At least I'll speak for you. There's some things that you like. It's not the sleeping part, but there are things that you start glowing differently. So do you have a favorite memory of when you were pregnant with one of the kids, of like a pregnancy memory?
Heidi, you can go first.
It's really that bad, huh?
We'll be changing our channel name to While We Were Napping. Just be like,
Yeah.
That'd be way better.
sleep, we got sleep.
What happened? What do the kids do while you're napping, huh?
Who
Channel
knows?
shift.
Well, I think my favorite memory, I'll go first then, of you, is when we got pregnant with twins, and I was really excited. Dana was the opposite of excited.
With the pregnancy or with when we found out we were having twins?
With the pregnancy before twins.
Yeah.
Before we knew, we knew we were pregnant, but we didn't know there was twins yet. Dana was very
Not
depressed.
happy.
She was very upset, almost angry.
Yeah.
I think we were texting then.
Every negative whatever, that's what I was feeling with that pregnancy.
Yeah. And then when she was just like that attitude about the whole thing, which I understand where she's coming from.
Well, and the reason being is after Toby was born, I went through postpartum depression for 8 or 9 months. I don't remember. And then I was out of it for 3 months, and then I got pregnant. So my biggest fear was having to go through postpartum depression again because of how miserable it was. And then only getting 3 months of feeling normal before starting the whole cycle over. So I was not happy with that.
Yeah, so when she was, we knew we were pregnant, but didn't know it was twins yet. And then she went and got the ultrasound, found out it was twins.
I was praying going into the ultrasound, being like, God, please let me just fall in love with this baby. Like when I see that heartbeat, like, cause I know like seeing the heartbeat just changes everything. And so I was just praying like, God, please let me just love this baby when I see the heartbeat. But then I also, from being so upset about the pregnancy, tried to tell God that this is our last pregnancy. I'm not ever doing this again. And then kind of feeling like God was like, well, we'll see who's in control.
Right.
So I kind of had a hunch that it was going to be twins. I was looking for twins just because of my bad attitude.
But I think that when we found out it was twins, you told me in the car, we got it on video live. You guys have seen that vlog already. You told me it was
It's
twins.
my favorite vlog to watch.
Then I was like, I could tell that she was excited. Like she was back in that beaming mode of when we got pregnant with Hannah the first time. She was back in. I was like, so 1, you were upset about, but 2, you're okay with 2? I was like,
How's your logic?
and she's like, yeah.
I cried when I found out. Like I was definitely worried and like, yeah, this is crazy. But I had a couple hours before telling Tim to think about it and process it. And I think twins makes a huge difference this time around than it would have if it was just one.
Yeah. Seeking Finding Heart said that her favorite memory of being pregnant was when a tour bus drove by and honked its horn. My daughter got startled in the womb and I felt her jump.
Oh, cute.
Yeah. Do you guys have any good stories, positive memories, things you're excited about?
She surprised me more this time. We've kind of always found out at the same time together, right? For the most part.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
But you held out for a while. Like you didn't tell me about this pregnancy for weeks.
I was going to do it sooner, but the guy that was going to like do the videography stuff for us was busy. And so
he kept getting pushed back.
It was going to be at 6 weeks, like 8 weeks. And I'm like, oh my goodness.
Wow, and you kept it quiet.
Yeah, I wasn't sick yet, so I could kind of hide it. But
it was funny though, once you finally told me, I'm like thinking back over the past few weeks, I'm like, okay, that makes sense.
Like, make me bacon again, please.
That's awesome.
But I would say Aiden's like your first pregnancy, you know, like all those firsts and everything. And since we had infertility for 5 years, it was just like, it worked. Like just the overjoy, you know, That was just amazing. Yeah, that pregnancy was amazing. I just ate all day long and slept all day long. You don't have to take care of anyone.
Oh my goodness. Yes. That's like dream world. No kids to have to chase after and everything.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
I know.
That makes me miss that.
That's certainly been the challenge this time around.
Yeah. It's harder.
With Quinn. What's the age difference between Quinn and this one and Aiden and Declan? Like, how close are Aiden and Declan in age?
Aiden and Declan are 20 months apart, and this baby is due on Quinn's second birthday.
Okay.
October 24th.
So pretty close to the same age difference.
Yeah. About 2 years apart.
But then you still have 2 more to take care of as well.
Yeah, and Quinn's a handful. She's
2, almost 2.
More.
She's spunky.
Yeah, she's way more advanced than the boys were. Let's just say that.
She's a girl.
She is. All girl.
we got a bunch
No
of good
dogs is
questions
asking
here.
if we're stopping at 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah, Jessica has gone to the snow dogs. You guys want more after your 4th, or not sure yet?
We're totally open to having another. We're
6.
Having
twins next.
I know, right?
I know, Dana. I don't know. That would be amazing. I don't know. We both would love for Quinn to have a sister. I have 3 sisters, and I love that bond and relationship.
Yeah.
But obviously, there's no guarantee. So
we don't get to.
I don't know.
There is statistical probability, though, if you keep going.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Eventually, you might have another daughter.
That's right.
Yeah.
Claire Clips, what's the weirdest prego craving you've had?
Weirdest?
You haven't had incredibly strange cravings, at least not any that you've shared.
No,
with me.
just bacon. Bacon all day long.
That's awesome. I would totally. Oh, did I have any weird ones?
I remember going
With Hannah, my craving was bacon cheeseburgers from Wendy's.
Yeah, had to be from Wendy's.
How
They were
funny.
good. I put on so much weight on that pregnancy.
And then with the twins, I was doing a lot of runs to
Steak
Steak
and
and Shake for the cookie butter
milkshake.
Oh man.
Amazing.
I want that.
Oh. Do you have any Steak and Shakes around?
No.
Just go buy some cookie butter and get a vanilla milkshake and stir it up.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
So we're not gonna get kids for a while. We're gonna go do that next.
There you go.
After this live stream, now you got something to do.
Yeah. Gotta go.
So,
Oh man.
Julie Shepard, what? Did you answer that, or did you say it was bacon? Sorry.
No, you did the.
I guess
craving.
bacon. I didn't have anything.
Yeah,
weird.
you didn't have really weird ones.
No, I just ate a lot.
Okay. So which one was I sharing?
Julie.
Which one?
Julie's. What
Julie
you said.
Shepard. The YouTube moms. Did the doctor tell you wrong what you were having? The doctor told me wrong.
Oh.
Oh no.
We only found out. Well, Hannah was a surprise,
Yeah,
and then Zeke was not a surprise.
we found out with all the rest of them,
Okay, so Hannah was the only surprise.
and they were all right.
Okay.
I've known people to get it wrong several times though, so I always every time we would, even with the twins, I was like, "Is it still 2 girls?"
Right.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Well,
can you just
I
check,
remember
make
when she
sure?
was born.
They pretty
I was like-
accurate on your ultrasounds?
Oh yeah, they were all right, but it was just that little thing in the back of your head, because I got a girl, which I was so happy about. And
Yeah.
then
As soon as she was born.
she comes out,
like,
and then,
Make
is she a
sure.
girl? It's the
Nah.
first thing I said.
Yeah, I didn't even know Hannah was I didn't even see the proof for Hannah until we were home. Because Tim changed all the diapers in the hospital. So I was like, I'm just banking on what everybody else has said.
That's funny.
That would
Matt
be a mean
Edwards.
creep.
Oh goodness. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
Matt Edwards ate a lot of burritos. Noah's Arks.
I like it that he said
1960.
we ate a lot of burritos.
Well, I think
Yeah,
that's his wife.
yes.
Or
I know,
guessing.
but I'm sure he ate them
Oh,
with
yes,
her.
exactly. Just like I ate milkshakes with you, yeah. Noah's Arks, 1962. I craved watermelon.
Yes, I think that's what I ate with Toby's pregnancy was watermelon all the time.
Yeah. So Seeking Finding Heart, share something that most people don't talk about with pregnancy. I sure have my stories with my first pregnancy. What do people not talk about?
You're laughing as if something's coming to mind.
Yeah, don't go on a trampoline ever.
Did you?
I did at Christy Clover's.
When?
Yeah, not a good idea.
I got so many questions now.
How far along were you?
You better not say this was like
that
a month ago.
No, that was Quinn.
Oh.
And yeah.
I haven't heard this story.
Not a good idea.
The truth comes out.
She's trying to induce labor faster.
What did I do? We went tubing when I was pregnant with either Zeke or Hannah. It was not comfortable. Tell you that. And they were even going gentle.
Oh man.
It was a slow tube ride and it still was.
Yeah.
Probably not the smartest thing to do.
I'm curious, what was the goal of the jumping on the trampoline though? Were you trying to, or should I not ask?
Well, you had
what was the goal?
I
was just with Aiden and Declan at our friend's house.
Oh, okay.
What was the goal?
I was like, are you trying to induce labor?
Right.
Or,
No.
Yeah.
It was
Get this baby out.
was it like really like
jumping very much, but it wasn't a good idea.
Oh my goodness.
What do they not tell you with pregnancies?
What
was like? I'm trying to think what the surprise was of like nobody ever told me. I think it was more the birthing process more than pregnancy itself.
A pattern that I think I see is that when you are delivering, you're telling your husband to never ever touch you again. And then 6 kids later,
you're still telling him that.
Don't you ever touch me. Yeah, and then I'm like, it'll wear off. Just don't worry about it. It'll wear off. It'll be fine.
You should tell them what the gal furniture store just told us.
Those are like the comments where you have 3 and then you're pregnant and people are like,
it's less larger families are less common in Southern California, so you get some really interesting comments from people.
So she said, so you know what causes that, right? With that little tone. Yeah. And we're like, yeah, and we like it. I just kind of snapped back at her, and John was like,
"That's what you said to her?"
Yeah, I did. I was in a little mood, I think.
It shut her up, I'm sure, didn't it?
It did.
Yeah, she sees our whole crew, and she's like, why this keeps happening, right?
Yeah, people tell us that too. I'm like, no, I've been trying.
Can you explain this?
And they're like, they're not sure how to take that. They're like, okay, like it's kind of like insulting them a little bit, but I'm like, seriously.
I know. Well, wait, after you get your girl, you get those comments, and then they're like, why'd you do it again?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the purpose of this is,
So Claire's clip also asked, do you guys like waiting for the gender until the baby comes, or you like to know and why?
Yeah, we've never done that. We've always peeked.
I like to know because it's just like you're waiting for so long to meet the baby. And so I feel like I get to know the baby more, like being able to give him or her a name, and I don't know. I feel more connected knowing.
So why'd you wait for Hannah then?
Because I wanted to experience waiting.
Oh, okay.
And I knew if I didn't do it on the first one, there's no way I could do it on any of the others. Because I'm not good with surprises. Which I was impressed we did not find out the genders of the twins until Vlogger Fair. Like, that was tough.
Yeah.
That was so cool to be at.
When we got the results and the ultrasound and had the packet, I was going to wait until my sister-in-law was there and, like, let her have it and everything. I went right across the street to the neighbors and said, can you keep this? Didn't even go in our house first. As soon as I got out of the car, I went across the street. I was like, I can't have this in the house.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I almost peeked inside our envelope a couple times. I opened it at one point and was like, so God help me!
When we got engaged, I had to take the engagement ring and I hid it in a locked drawer in the locked church office where I was the youth pastor at the time, because I knew at some time Dana would go snooping around my apartment when I wasn't there or something. And so
I'm a snooper. I always have been.
Locked in a locked building, in a locked room, in a locked drawer.
Oh, my word.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I didn't even think that it was at work for you.
I know. I was thinking better. I don't know what that means. So do you think boys or girls are easier? Aria 78.
Well, Quinn's been probably more of a challenge so far than our boys were. Our boys were pretty mellow. I mean, they're typical boy more so now in terms of being more physical and just all that. But they were pretty mellow in their younger years. And Quinn's just super spunky. Yeah. She's doing everything a lot earlier than the boys did. So she's just talking more and just getting into trouble. So,
yeah. Is that the same for you? That's pretty normal, right? Girls are?
Yeah, they're a lot more talkative.
Yeah.
Because Toby is like finally just now repeating words that we say. Mm-hmm. I'm like, come on, kid. But he's got 2 sisters to talk for him. So he really doesn't need to talk.
Right.
So, or at least he's just more like, meh, whatever.
Yeah.
So
that's great.
That's how our boys were too. Yeah. Quinn's like all attitude all the time.
She's getting timeouts already, and she's not even 2, and she gets it. We're like, no, stay, and she totally gets it.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
it's crazy.
She also asked, do you think that the first baby was harder than having twins? No, twins was harder?
Yeah. But first baby, there weren't other kids to chase around. Like, it's an adjustment to have a first kid. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, it's hard to transition from it just being the 2 of you to having to take care of somebody 24/7. But twins, I don't think twins would be as hard. I talked to, what's her name, from Cute Girls Hairstyle?
Mindy.
Yeah.
And asked her, I was like, do you think it's easier to have twins at the beginning or at the end? And she was like, beginning, because you don't have all the kids to chase around and take care of. Like, you can just focus on the twins. I was like, yeah, that would have been nice.
Yeah. Louis? I know, I see you around here all the time, man. Louis. But what is the hardest part of being a parent?
Ooh.
I want to say having a mirror constantly, or lots of mirrors, because your kids mirror you. Like, anything that you don't like about yourself, you see it in your kids. And I'm like, oh, like, whatever, like, really irritates you about one of the kids, you're like, I do that same exact thing all the time.
Yeah.
So when they're giving you an attitude, you're like, that's the same attitude I have. Oh, no.
Yeah, you definitely learn a lot about yourself, which is great. I mean, it's a great opportunity to kind of,
learn
take care
and
of
grow.
Yeah.
You said before, like, getting married, it's like a sanctifying process. You get married, you have to live with someone, have to.
You're like, wow, I'm pretty selfish.
And I kind of think it's like,
then you have kids and you're like, wow, I'm really selfish.
Really?
Yeah, for me, I think it's mostly in needing to always have wisdom to know how to handle all the different situations that come up that you never could have planned.
And it's different per kid of how to handle them.
Yeah. Morwen Nightingale, congrats on your 4th, Jon and Heidi. How has it been for you so far?
How has it been? What?
Your pregnancy, I guess.
Pregnancy, for your 4th pregnancy.
So yeah, this one, I'm not very sick with my boy pregnancies. So nice. I mean, you have the typical like first trimester thing, but I don't think
it's not too
grew
bad.
Up with any of my boys. So like with Quinn, and then our 3rd was the miscarriage. I threw up a lot during those 2 pregnancies. So my gut is to say that our miscarriage was a girl, because I haven't been sick, and I'm like, I think it's sort of following that pattern. Mm-hmm. I had the preterm contractions 3 weeks ago, but I haven't had any since, and so now I'm off the modified bed rest. But I still want to be good and keep them in there. So
yeah,
it's been good. Thanks.
Yeah. Have your pregnancies gotten harder each one?
Just as I'm getting older, my body's like, wah, wah, wah.
Yeah.
It's harder to have the energy and then taking care of, 3 littles.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the most challenging part, probably.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Matt Edwards, this isn't really a question. I thought it was a good comment. It'd be interesting to hear you guys respond to. You are all more brave than we are. We stopped at 2. And I was thinking, is it about bravery?
I don't know about that.
It's not the word that came to mind for me.
I think it...
What comes on to you?
Just putting it out there. I think it comes down to what you believe about kids.
Yeah.
Just leave it at that.
Yeah. Okay. No, I think, a lot of it.
It's a deep conversation you can get into.
It is. Yeah, it could be a huge rabbit trail, but just, your philosophy on family and just, wanting to kind of grow your team.
Yeah. And I think it goes hand in hand with the philosophy of homeschooling too. That's why we relate with Tim and Deanna so much, because it's like we kind of understand like the team dynamic and like building it and then just raising them up in the Lord, and homeschooling is so powerful. What a powerful tool for that. So
yeah. So Sarah Peacock, have you gotten epidurals or given birth naturally? Was any particular child especially painful? All of
That's
them,
a funny
think.
story.
Dana, you want to go first?
I kind of want to hear your stories. All right, this will be fun. This is sharing time.
Oh man. Okay. Aiden was back labor, got my epidural at 7. And I mean, yeah, it hurt really. It was horrible, crying and everything. But then epidural and you're fine. And I thought what other women have said, well, you've gone through most of the labor. You could have made it all the way up. Probably wouldn't be as painful. Well, I can say that it is more painful after 7 because Quinn was all natural the whole way. And it was definitely more painful than 7.
Was that on purpose?
Oh, no. No. Yeah, no, I wanted the epidural. I literally could have walked in with a banner that said, give me drugs. But,
and where was that in the hospital bag?
It's like, epidural man? Like, is he going into a C-section? Because I know how these things work.
Epidural man.
Yeah.
That's all he's good for.
So, like,
epidural man.
And,
that's a superhero right there, I'll tell you.
They're like, well, they didn't, she was like, oh yeah, no, he'll be here soon. And then when I was like crying, I'm like, where is he? They're like, oh, he's in a C-section.
He got called off to an emergency C-section.
I'm like, you just hung me off the dry.
Well, he needs to get off that C-section and come here right now.
Right, I know. But yeah, I kind of at that point was like, okay, I'm gonna have to do this. Like, I'm probably.
At one point, she hears like somebody walking down the hallway. She's like, "Is that him?" And like, no, that's like the janitor. And she's like, "He can do it."
Seriously though, at that time, you're like, "I don't care if you know how a needle works, get it." Like,
yeah, it was just man. A lot of it was fear. But then as soon as they told me like, "Okay, you're fully progressed," like he knocked on the door eventually. And
when the baby's there to like welcome.
It's like, I'm here. They're like, it's too late. And I was like, no. Like, but all that fear turned into focus. And then as soon as I got over the fact that I was waiting for something, then she just came.
Yeah, once you knew that ship sailed, you're like, okay, let's do this.
Yeah, the only way to get over this pain is to get this baby out. And the nurse was like, I knew you could do it. And I wanted to sock her in the face.
So are you glad you did? Looking back, are you glad that you did it, or no?
Not if you don't go into it with it. It's your mind frame.
Yeah.
Like if you are expecting to have relief, like you're not gonna focus on the job. Oh
no! Like I was all about keeping that baby in until I got the relief. So when you're pushing against the naturalness of it. But even then, like people are like, "Oh, would you do it now that you've already done it before?" I'm like, "No, it hurts."
Yeah.
Thanks. I want an epidural with him, and if it doesn't happen, it's not my choosing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
We'll see.
It was bad.
Sorry. That's painful. I was the first time mom that had been given all the advice of how bad epidurals are and you should do it natural. So I went to it like, all right, I'm not going to have an epidural. And I did not have an epidural. I had whatever drug they gave me that knocked me out in between every single contraction. So, but like, there's no way, I don't think you can be prepared for the pain that you're going to experience when you haven't ever experienced it before. Like,
no.
It's
I'm
so
feeling very thankful right now.
It is so unbelievably painful.
Yeah, right. It's the curse.
It is. Yeah.
Like this is the curse.
Yeah, because he says, well, and it's interesting because I've just been going through Genesis recently, and he said he would increase labor pain. So it was already painful before the curse. He increased the labor pains. So it's painful. So I was so tense, could not relax at all. So recovery was not fun because of it was like the most intense workout I had ever been in, and it took like 2 weeks, I want to say, until my muscles were not sore anymore. Whoa. So Zeke, I got an epidural as soon as I could. Although the nurses, Hannah's contractions went by the book, and which was awesome for your first child, like timed completely exactly like the book said it should go. Zeke did not. His contractions were all over the place. So I want to say I called the hospital 4 times before the nurses were like, well, if you really want to come in, we can check you and see. So they had a little temporary room set up for me. I had been laboring in real labor most of that day. I think I sent Tim, it was a Wednesday night, you went to youth work, and I sent youth group, and I sent Hannah with him because I was like, these are painful. I cannot be nice to her when one of these are going on. And then it was about, I want to say 11 o'clock by the time we got to the hospital. She asked us, we were like, do you need to go to the bathroom? I was like, yeah, I'm pregnant. I can go anytime. So went in the bathroom, had a contraction while I was in there, came out, and the nurse was like, that was a little bit more serious than we were expecting. We're going to go ahead and move you into a regular room and check you out. And then he came an hour later.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
So I did get my epidural though. But the doctor came in and she was like, it was a small town, so the anesthesiologist isn't at the hospital all the time. They're on call. So like when they get a call, they come from their house and get there and everything.
Oh, wow.
And so the doctor came in and was like, we might need to start talking about other alternatives if the anesthesiologist doesn't get here in time. And I just looked at her and I was like, no, we're going to get an epidural. So I did get one. So that was good. Hallie got an epidural because they're amazing. And then Toby, I really think I probably could have gone without an epidural with Toby because he was the first one, like baby number 4. I finally realized after watching Live Like No One Else, Anna Catalan, her her first home birth, I want to say it was, like just watching her with her midwife, like breathing through the contractions and like working with them, like that, I finally like realized like, okay, because I would always like tense up and kind of fight the contractions. And so baby number 4, I finally realized like, okay, when I'm having it, like breathe and just kind of envision the contraction pushing him down. And so like, I feel like I could have gotten through it had I had like a home birth or something and was more comfortable and not in the hospital room. I think I could have.
If that was your plan.
Yeah, if that was my plan going into it. But I mean, I still went in there. I was like, yep, I want an epidural. But until I could get it, like I was able to deal with it pretty good. I felt like I also learned I don't do well when Tim's around to lean on. I'm a lot stronger if I don't have somebody to blame the pain on.
Yeah.
But when she got her epidural, she was very pleasant. She was happy. She was laughing.
I remember you saying with Zeke, you were like, I didn't know what to do because you weren't like, it was night and day compared to Hannah's birth.
I was like, we could have a conversation even. I was like.
And that was Toby's birth. Like in our video, you can hear us like joking around with the doctor, like while I'm finishing up dilating and so.
Yeah, that's how it was for Declan. Like I got the epidural super earlier than what my doctor wanted. She was like, wanted me to progress further, but he came in and I was like, if he leaves this room, I might not get it.
Right.
You're like, I know what it's like for them to get called away.
I got it at like 4 because I was so scared of back labor.
Yeah.
And I just slept all night, woke up, and they're like, is there anyone you want here? Because he's already crowning. And I was like, oh, okay. Pushed him out, no big deal. Didn't feel anything.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
That's
it was
the way to do it.
Yeah. I look at Declan and I'm like, oh, you golden child. You didn't cause me any pain at all.
Oh, man.
That's incredible.
So let's hit up 2 questions here you guys are asking. Aria, how do you say that? Araria, 78. Why were you more happy with twins than just one?
It was different. It wasn't, I feel like if it was just one, it was going to be just the same old that I've always been doing that I was kind of tired of doing, honestly. I felt like I was done after 4 kids. So when we found out pregnancy, the next one, I'm honestly, even right now, like I'm looking forward to not being in the baby phase anymore. Love the girls, love all of our kids, but I'm ready to move on.
It's a season.
Yeah. And it's been a long season. We've had 6 kids in 7 years. Or actually we had 6 kids in 6 years. We had 4 kids in 2 years.
Oh my God.
I'm I feel like I've had the baby
I
season.
think that's probably close to a record.
Hallie was 2 when the twins were born.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So having the twins just switched it up, and it was something new, and for me that was more exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Something different to look forward to.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Gone to the snow dogs. Do any of your kids want pets? What are your thoughts? I think they would love it, but we're not ready to have something else to take care of. I'm even like hesitant about having plants in the house.
I was gonna say Tim wouldn't let me even buy a real plant
because I'm like, we have so much so much competing for our time and our attention and our energy and things we have to support and maintain and care for, like plants, animals, things like that one day. But right now, I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel the same way. I almost feel like it would be slightly irresponsible for us to get a pet where we couldn't give it the attention it needs or love it needs when there's other things that require that attention right now. We had cats for
before Quinn
years and years.
Before Quinn was born, we had 2 cats for a really long time, and one of them was diabetic actually, so full on insulin shots and everything.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
so
2 shots a day for over 2 years.
I mean, they were great pets, but it was
time and energy and money.
Yeah,
that was totally God's timing though, because we weren't sure she was starting to decline, and then Quinn was coming, and I was just, hopefully this doesn't sound bad, but I was like, God, if she's gonna go, could it be sooner than later? Because it's just difficult. Like I wouldn't want to be crying about a cat when I have a newborn, and I mean, I guess that's selfish, but it did happen that way where she just gave up. And then a really good friend of ours, her mom basically offered to take our other cat because she was so lonely without her friend. So just the whole timing of it and everything, and she still sends us pictures, and she's in a really great home. She's probably happier there than
that was kind of a tough decision.
That was hard.
But I think she is doing a lot better with other animal friends.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Cool, guys. Well, it's fun hanging out with you guys while they're napping, Heidi and Jon, and also those of you who hanging out with us in the chat. It's been fun. Who do we got joining us next?
Gone with the Snow Dog said that is not selfish, Heidi.
Oh, good. Thank you. if she says that, then it's true. She's like the best for mama out there ever.
For mama.
Let's see. Next week we are with Jeffrey and Melissa Weiss, so that'll be fun. I met them at VidCon this past year and talked with them for a while. They seem pretty cool, so I've been kind of following them since then. So they'll be here next week. But you can go check out Heidi and Jon's channel while they were napping, linked below. If you came in halfway through, why don't you just tell us real quick about what your channel's about, what you guys do there.
Well, the most exciting thing happening soon would be 3 weeks. This baby boy will be in our arms, and we'll kick up the videos a bit more just to to have those memories of probably his first 30 days or so. I don't know, maybe doing the mobile uploads like we did after Quinn. Just keep it simple for us, but still be able to share those memories. And we're excited to name him and for family vlogging, all that.
Are you gonna do outfit of the days with him?
Oh yeah,
I loved your outfit of the days with Quinn.
And I have some really cute boy stuff, I have to say, because Ian and Declan had a lot of cute stuff. So
good.
Cool. We'll look forward to seeing those videos when they come out in your channel. And the rest of you guys, go check them out, link below. And thanks for hanging out with us.
Go subscribe.
You'll
like them.
Thanks for having us on, guys.
This is fun.
They even got someone to watch their kids so they can hang out with us. So all of
you
guys in the chat should feel special, just like we do. That they did that for us. So it was cool. It's good to hang out with you guys. Thanks for hanging out, everyone, and we will see you next week. Same time, same place. See you then.
Yay! Bye.